Okay, welcome. Let's talk about Fire Force Season 3, Episode 2. We just watched the episode, so if you haven't seen it, go watch it, come back here, subscribe to the channel, like, and let's talk about it.
人の死因にもいろいろある。今この世界で最も多く人々を恐怖させている死因は焼死だ。
We're talking about this from the perspective of people that read the manga. No spoilers.
We're just talking about the episode,
just talking about the episode
just
in general.
admiring it, and yeah, like, what do you think?
I think it went way too fast. That's the first thing. Like,
it felt like 2 minutes.
Most people say, and I've even said it before, oh, this episode went fast. No, it really went fast.
Yeah.
I feel like nothing happened. I'm like, what?
I was expecting more for real. I was like, wait, is it over already? And like,
they left off right before some action. So this is like a setup chapter. It's just fleshing stuff out. You know, Captain Obi's a beast. You feel me?
It didn't feel it was going slow. You know what I mean?
It didn't. I was just admiring it, you know? But with it starting off with the Adola link between Captain Burns and Shinra. Now, no spoilers. I have not read to the end of the manga, but I have read ahead. So no spoiler. This is just what I honestly think. I think Captain Burns forced an Adola link with Shinra on purpose to give them a heads up. Hey, this is what we're doing. If you're trying to save Obi, go ahead.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I think he would kill Obi, but I don't know. So he's like, hey, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a chance, you know?
I feel like I was saying before, he doesn't look like a bad guy, but he's not a good guy. So there is some mystery to him.
There is a mystery to him, and the fact that he's in this position is very interesting.
But that does make sense. I didn't think about that before, like trying to convey that to Shinra. And like
hey, you know, because they say it's through an emotional connection. It might not always be intentional, but strong emotional connection. Smart. He is smart. He's not. He's this head of Company 1 for a reason, not just the strength. You feel me? And then everybody gets the news that Obi's been arrested and Company 8 is like on the run. They're making all that hard work they did, just defaming them.
But like, they're just evil. They're putting Captain Obi on display for everybody to see, and Company 8, even Shinra. Like, it's so evil. Why are you doing this? And then like they show the different like divisions. For example, they show what's his name? Benimaru. Benimaru's pissed. His face, like, yo, these are my people. Yeah. What's his country turning into?
But he knows that they're all liars. So
I don't know. He knows, but like, damn, they're just putting like on display. Like, this is full war right now. Like, they're against us, basically.
Yeah, I'm just glad he's on our side. You feel me?
Yeah, he's strong. Like, dude is strong. And they even show Princess Hibana.
Uh-oh, they showed you?
Fine, me?
Yeah, how they show you?
I don't know.
21 cards.
What? 21 car? What? They could have gave me a car. 21 car? What they gonna do? How they gonna drive 21
At once.
Right.
But you know, she's always so cool and collected.
Well, all the personality, just
all
like
that
you.
personality,
All
right
the
there.
But she's
happy to see her.
Everybody that they've helped has a bad taste in their mouth because they're just like, damn, that's what you're gonna do.
Like, damn, these guys are crazy.
Damn. And I would be too, because it's like, if that's the world you live in, that's the company you serve, and you've been lied to now, and now all your hard work is just, I don't know.
Yeah, the Empire was a whole freaking lie.
Yeah, and then we get to the point where Joker is revealed to be helping him, looking all stylish in his
like, I'm here.
Giving his little
you believe me if you want to, but you don't have to.
Giving them a choice. Do you want to stay in the light or the dark? Like, come with us, you feel me?
光の丸か闇の丸選択の余地はないだろう
And that was a good setup, you know. I don't know how I feel about the first episode or the second episode of the first season when I think it was him putting an insect on somebody. So he never said that he was a good person. But I'm like...
Wait, he didn't put an insect. He was outside of the house and he created that big smoke, I think. Wasn't it?
I know that he amplified it.
He amplified it.
But I don't know,
he didn't put
that wasn't him?
He didn't put an insect in anybody. He was just outside. Okay. But from our perspective, we didn't know anything. It looked like he put the bug, you know? And like, it also made him seem like suspicious because like the first introduction, it was like in the rookie SMs, whatever. Yeah. And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna light up these people, was it? I don't remember well.
With his
yeah, like are you, and they even foreshadowed it, like are you a devil?
Or a hero.
Or hero, yeah.
Now you get to see, he's like,
He just had different methods, you know, he's a dark hero. So he might not just go by the law.
Exactly, it's not just one way to do things, you feel me?
But, okay, going back then to Captain Burns, when he converted and also like talking to Hamea, this crazy girl, it made me think when you say like he forced that kind of a link, or maybe like his emotion, he was calling to Shinra to be able to show him what's gonna happen. It made me think, okay, so maybe because he's a smart person, he wanted to stay ahead of the game. Yeah. And he didn't want to get himself control. Yeah. To a point like they could use him to kill the people that were right there, or to kill more people. When he was like, if I show like I truly believe that the evangelist and the church makes sense, and this is God, you know. But maybe I can, you know, lean into it to avoid something else to happen, to avoid a bigger catastrophe.
That makes sense, because again, if he's the head of the first one, and he already has been working with Company 8, he knows the skills and the powers of the White Clad. Yeah. So the moment he saw like Haumei and all them, he probably knows what they can do from what Company 8 said. And like you say, he's probably like, it's better to be ahead and not be controlled. So let me show them I'm faithful. But at the same time, like I said last week, just because something a fact doesn't mean it's true. So he could be honest in saying, I believe that the evangelist is the God of Soul. That doesn't mean he follows the evangelist, but he could say, in my mind, I believe that's a fact. Evangelist, Holy Soul Temple, that is true. That is power. That's truth, but that doesn't mean that he has to have his convictions and say, I want to follow that. He's just saying, that's what I've been following. That, you know.
Maybe he's like, things are getting out of control, and I'd rather play along them to avoid something bigger. Yeah. But still, come on. I don't know. You know what I mean? He's still not like...
I mean, at the same time...
Like, when you compare him to Obi, he's still far from Obi.
I mean, but that's most people. I'd say 90% of people are going to be like that. It's like, if you're trying to do something, you're going to kill some people. Or you're going to either try on one extreme, like, I'm going to try that. But most people are like, if I got the power and I'm staying ahead, like you said, you can't have it. Or not you, but like, they can't have it their own way. Like, oh, I'm going to make sure that I say, people got to die. People got to die. So I hope, again, this is not spoilers, I don't know. I hope he did that little link on purpose. And now everybody just rushing to the prison, you know? How do you feel about Arthur sparing the child of a dragon?
That's what a knife does. That's my guy right there.
That's my guy.
You just see his face is conviction,
like. But that means he's gonna be overpowered. If he starts thinking like that, shoot.
He's already in the role, like of dragons and shit.
Oh man.
He's just so funny. I love how they always like to put a little bit of humor in these dark circumstances.
Not just humor, but the detail. You know, when we were looking at the manga, like the manga panels have so much detail, like
they don't
visually.
anything out.
And it just, you could tell it
Yeah.
even in here, like it just looks so good. It just looks so clean, you feel me? But this episode really went by fast. They're at the prison and we're gonna get some fights. You know, Gold Girl, she looked like a little baddie, just a little butterface, got to cover her face up, you know?
Her face looks better in the manga.
Yeah.
Yeah. She has a weird face.
But her body.
But she has to be like this.
But it's about being bought with money. Everything with gold, you feel me? But that was another setup episode. We got a lot of information. Now we can get to the fights, you feel me?
Yeah, I can't wait.
What do you...
fight? It's gonna be crazy.
What do you rate this episode?
What do I rate this episode?
Yeah.
I will rate this episode... I rate this episode a 8.5.
Why do you rate it 8.5?
Because it felt slow, but I saw Hibana.
You saw yourself?
Yes. And I have fun seeing Arthur and the dragon. And the Joker is so cool.
Okay.
Yes. So like a little kid.
Yes.
And because of this. And because of this. What about you?
I rate this episode, I'm gonna give it 7.7 out of 10. That doesn't mean it's a bad episode. It does not mean it's a bad episode. I give it a 7.7. Just if I'm looking at episode 1, season 1 of Fire Force up to now, I give it like a 7.7. Like it's good and it's setting up, but at the same time, and I'm not even talking about action. So if there was a fight, I'm not saying it'd be higher. But I'd say 7.7. 7.7. Yeah.
Have to be careful around guys like this.
What about you guys? What do you rate the episode?
Put it in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like, and see you in the next one.
See you in the next one.